Biblioburro, a true story from Colombia. Written by Jeanette Winter. This is narrative nonfiction because it's telling a true story. We're thinking about how people can help out in their community. Read about a man who travels to bring books to faraway villagers that have none. Biblioburro. Deep in the jungles of Colombia, there lives a man who loves books. His name is Luis. As soon as he reads one book, he brings home another. Soon his house is filled with books. His wife, Diana, grumbles, "What are we going to do? Eat books with our rice?" Luis thinks long and hard. At last, an idea pops into his head. "I can bring the books into the faraway lands to share with those who have none. One burrow can carry books, and another could carry me, and more books." Luis buys 2 sturdy burrows. He names them Alpha and Beto. He builds crates to hang on their backs and paints signs, Biblioburro, the burrow library. Then Diana fills the crates with books. Every week, Luis and Alpha and Beto set off across the countryside to faraway villages in the lonely hills. This week, they traveled to El Tormento. When the sun burns high in the sky, Luis and the burros stop at a stream to drink the cool water. After they have their fill, Beto balks. Luis pulls and pulls on Beto's reins, but Beto won't budge. "The children are waiting for us." At last the burro gives in and steps across the stream. The Biblioburro continues on its way over the hills until at last Luis sees houses below. The children of El Tormento run to meet him. Luis insists on reading a story before they choose a book to borrow. "Today I have a surprise for you," he says. He reaches behind the books and pulls out a bundle of masks, little piglets. "Put on a mask and I'll read you a tale about pigs. Once upon a time." When the story ends, it's time for everybody to choose a book. The children hold their books close as they say goodbye and walk home. Luis and Alpha and Beto head back over and around the hills, across the grasslands and streams, and into the sunset. At home, Luis feeds his hungry burros, and Diana feeds her hungry husband. But then, instead of sleeping, Luis picks up his book and reads deep into the night. And far away in the hills, candles and lanterns burn as the children read borrowed books deep into their night, too. I hope you enjoy that narrative nonfiction, a true story from Colombia, Biblioburro. The genre is narrative nonfiction.